Hello, hello. Welcome to the daily 1-hour political tarot reading on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn around here. This is my co-host, the adorable positive energy generator that is Boo Boos and Kitty. I'm here every day and I usually spend the first 10 or 15 minutes where I take your political questions, and I political tarot questions, I should say, and then yes, I know it's kind of stinky, but I need to disinfect things here, sweetheart. Because somebody walks all over the plant and then walks all over the desk. Yes, he's annoyed. Okay, sorry about that. Have to keep the co-host happy, but also clean. Yeah, usually it's the first 10 or 15 minutes where I take your questions. If you have any questions, please just put them in the chat in all caps. If it's people here are really friendly, for which I am eternally grateful. And we have the best moderators anywhere. Amazing moderators. And I'm so sorry, yesterday I asked for you guys to follow me over on Twitter. I did not get there yesterday. Wednesdays everything gets delayed, but I'm here today, so I'll be over there later. Oh, Kitty. Okay, if I don't get your question, it is never anything personal, I promise. I promise. And 10% of all income that comes into the channel from any source, 10% goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. I make those donations quarterly, which means beginning of July, like beginning of next month, and I give you guys details, and then I tell you guys about it, I show you, and then the gore details are over on Patreon for anybody who cares. So anyway, I hope you're well. I really do. Okay, I'm going to, I always forget to mention, if you are watching the playback of this, then just remember that you can always go down to the first comment or down in the description box, and there will be a list of the questions that I cover, and then you can just click on the time stamp to see. Sorry, I'm just making a list here. You can just click on the time, it'll take you right to whatever you are most interested in. Okay, all right, I'm scrolling all the way back up. Happy Thursday, everybody. Janice says hello. By the way, hi, everybody, says Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Be kind to all. Oh, Jules Daremore saying hello. Okay, here's Jules Daremore. General Mark Milley apologized publicly on camera for appearing in Trump's church photo op, saying, "I should not have been there. What is next for General Milley?" Good question. Yeah, I saw. Wow. I mean, like, if I didn't know better, I would think it was. I don't mean to make light of. Really? We're buffering. We just started. Already it's buffering. Oh well. Okay. Calabasas Gal is asking, when Trump loses the election, will he refuse to concede defeat? I have read on this before, and it basically said that he's not going to have much opportunity to do anything like that, actually. But I can add it to the list anyway. Twyna, how will voter suppression affect the election outcome? It won't. I've read on this over and over and over and over. It is going to be so. They're going to try. They are going to do their best for voter suppression. Best they possibly can. Work as hard as they can to suppress the vote. And the number of people voting is just going to be so overwhelming, and so overwhelming for Democrats. They can't. Good luck. I remember way back, I read on it, and I got a mental image of like 3, 4, 5 people, like this is a metaphor, but just like three to 5 people say, we're gonna push the boat in our direction, and they walked up, but it was like a huge stone church, and it was like, okay, we're gonna push, and it didn't go anywhere because the structure was so strong, where it was like, no, and they're just huge numbers of people are going to vote. So anyway, Deanna, will Trump ever invoke martial law? I've been getting that question repeatedly, so let's have a look at that. I don't know if anybody else, I will mention last night, I was on, I don't usually watch, I don't usually watch live streams on my phone. So even though I'm subscribed to Johnny's channel, it kept sticking me into general chat and not top chat, because in YouTube it automatically defaults to top chat, and that may be, if I'm not seeing your question, that might be why. There was a question last night somebody had for Johnny while I was watching, and the question was about, will people forget about all of this? Will people forget about all these protests and the horrible way these people have been treated, and are they just going to forget by election day? And I was trying to throw in my 2 cents for what it's worth with other people, what they were saying, and of course Johnny, who gets, his answer is the most important, of course, because I was just visiting, but my answer to that is that he is going to remind us every single day between here and election day what a monster he is. Every day. He's just going to remind us every day. Nobody's going to be able to forget how awful he is, because he's going to keep reminding us. So one reader sees Trump leaving office July 7th. I don't get specific dates. I never do that, but sure, I'll see. Okay. Jules Dermer, Autumn Fellow INFJ here. I know it's not easy being one. Yes, but I'm grateful for all the abilities and gifts that I have. And I know what you mean. I'm just saying in general, everybody has, one of the main things I love about astrology is it isn't just, oh, you have your sun sign and that's it, and there are only like 12 types of people. No. Astrology is your sun, moon, rising, there's Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. There are houses, there are, asteroids, there are synastry, there's composite, there's all this stuff. And what it says very clearly is that everyone is supposed to be different. Everybody has their own gifts and talents to bring. And we need them all. So, no, being an INFJ is, we're introverted, touchy-feely little creatures, but who spend a ridiculous amount of time planning, considering I literally came here from working on literally a planner I'm building to help me organize. INFJ here. So everybody has something to, the other thing about INFJ is one of the key tenets of it is that I really do feel, it's true, I really do feel that I want to help you see how great you are. I want to do whatever I can so that you can see how precious you are and what you have inside of you, how precious that is. That's important to me. That I want you to walk away knowing that. So anyway, I'll quit flapping my gums here and answer some political questions. Fist bump. Okay. Calabasas Scout, when Trump loses the election, will he refuse to concede defeat? I think I read on this yesterday. This kind of goes along, yeah, when Trump loses the election, will he refuse to defeat? Okay, so I've had this question. Okay, it's on the list. It's on the list. Deanna's asking, has Elizabeth Warren been vetted as a VP running mate for Biden? Well, I've been looking at the other potential VP candidates, so why not? Let's add that to the list. Deanna's saying, hello, Autumn. Hello, Deanna. Okay. Extend BSD. Bizdid. Extends Bizdid. Will there be prison sentencing reform soon with police reform being kicked off? And how will that affect the current incarcerated population? Thank you. Happy to read on that. Let me see. Hopefully we can get some more actual justice instead of just state-sanctioned, an overall effect of state-sanctioned racism. Buffering. Uh-oh. Okay, it's clear now. That must have been earlier. Mims is saying, good morning, Autumn and everyone. Good morning, Mims. Nancy's asking, will the Republicans have a huge convention in Florida this summer since North Carolina wouldn't agree to Trump's conditions? Well, Trumpy boy, bunker boy, babygate boy, we know he wants to have the convention moved to like Doral or somewhere where he can personally make money from it. So we'll have a look at that. Okay, somebody explain to me, because I feel like I feel bad that I don't know this. What is Juneteenth? I don't actually know what that is. I usually consider myself fair. I mean, I watch news all the time and I read extensively, but I run across that. You guys educate me every day. Or it's like, I don't know what that is. And I am humble enough to say, I don't know. So if someone could tell me, I'd be really grateful. We're having a rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa backfire on Trump. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Oh, and just a reminder, if you have a question for me, there are only so many questions I can cover in a day, but do put when you're talking to me or you have a question for me, do put it in all caps. That helps a lot. And if it's not, I will tend to just skip over because there's so much in the chat. And also, if you're talking to each other, please don't put things in all caps. It makes it harder for me to figure out what's going on. But I'm not. This is a happy space. It's not like I'm going to calm down, like, I will rain, I don't know, tarot cards down on your head. Nothing serious, but I don't know. Melissa is asking, will U.S. troops be brought before the World Court for War Crimes? No. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is that it's not just the president. The U.S. has all kind of special exemptions from having to go in front of the World Court, which is appalling. But that's my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Jay in Harlem is asking, will the previous cases of abusive officers be reopened? Oh gosh, I hope so. Oh gosh, I hope so. Especially, the ones that are, it's like, they had them, as this expression goes, dead to rights. Catherine's asking, will Barr be punished for not showing up to the judiciary here? On him a day or two ago, and it's like nothing about that came up, but I'm curious. And anything that may potentially hurt Renfield Barr, I'm interested in. Susan saying, Autumn, that's me. Alex Kitty says hi. Hello, Alex Kitty. Uncovering the news. Tulsa in 1921 had the biggest massacre of black people. Oh, hieroglyphics saying Juneteenth Emancipation Day. June 19th, 1865. Oh. Well, thank you for letting me know. I feel like an idiot that I didn't know that. But I didn't know that, but now I do. So thank you. And Tulsa had the biggest massacre. Oh, yeah. What could go wrong? Did I copy that? Yes, I did. Let me put this here. Biggest massacre of black people. Well, if you don't ask questions and you don't admit you don't know stuff, you can't learn. So thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. 1,700 Confederate monuments across the U.S. to be taken down. About time. Thank you, Janice. Okay. Slaves freed in 1863, but info didn't reach places like Texas until 1865. Oh, jeez. Okay. Did I actually? Oh, no. I missed a whole... Okay, so you guys were really... you guys are really... Kathy saying, YouTube, calm down, entertainment only. Yes. Thank you, Kathy. Slaves, Texas, were finally told they were free. 19th of June. Juneteenth Emancipation reached the last slave state, Texas. It's suggested for a National Emancipation Day. That would be awesome. Sorry, out of my handle's cryptic. X10 is just fine. X10 it is. Celebration date for slaves that didn't know slavery had ended. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, that should be a holiday. Okay, Deborah, Autumn, will there be private prisons held accountable for the bad things they've done to detainees at the border? Yeah, the stuff at the border. Yeah, and Trump is coming out with new things that make it basically nearly impossible for anyone to claim asylum. So, yeah. You know what? I will say one thing though. I'm going to start with just something ever so slightly different. I'll do all these questions, of course, but actually, what I'm going to start with, the first reading I'm going to do. Does anybody else feel like we're in this like waiting period, where we have this time period where it's like, okay, get your breath, clean your house, kind of get everything set up, because, you know, once SCOTUS rules or something happens, things are going to, you know, there's like big stuff coming. I want to read. Yes, waiting. Okay. Yes, very much. Okay, so I just want to read on, you know, is that, what are we waiting? What are we waiting for? I just want to start there just to get a general idea, if that's okay with you. Be kind to all. Still, I love your handle. Is there going to be a blowback from Mango's executive order on lifting protections on endangered species, allowing them to be hunted? If stuff like that isn't going to survive, I know that. I mean, the new administration is going to be like, no. Hey, Becca's here. Hello, Autumn and Boo Boo Kitty. The talented and beautiful Becca from House of Lenormand is here, and there's a kitten back. All the good energies coming in to cheer us up, because you guys have good energy. You have good energy, and I'm grateful you're here. Oh my gosh, Susan's saying Mr. T thanked the SS for keeping him safe. Slip of the tongue or signal to his base. What? What was it? Huh? My brain just melted. Please tell me that didn't happen. Please tell me you made that up. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Oh, please tell me you made that up. Heck, lie to me and tell me you made that up. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, I need to start. All right, we are at almost 21. It's a good kitty. Yes, you are. You are the precious kitty. Waiting. Question mark. Wasn't there the first, what was it, the first, I've got the, my brain just unhelpfully equates certain things to random music I had forgotten I knew. Wasn't that the first song off of Gwen Stefani's solo album? The line in there, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Anyway, that's what I've... Why did they pick Juneteenth in Tulsa for the next Trump rally? Harry's mom, what's wrong with thanking the SS? Are you kidding? Harry's mom. I'm guessing. I'm really guessing that that was sarcastic. Kathy saying Papa 10 is watching Boo Boo's and Kitty. Yeah. Poppiton is Kathy's cat. For anyone who does not know. All right. Oh, Secret Service? Oh. I think the question was if he said SS, it was... the SS is commonly referred to. Secret Service is not normally referred to as the SS, but Hitler's were known as the SS. So, if my dog could climb up on the desk, she would. Secret Service is the USSS. Yeah, different thing. At least it's supposed to be. Okay. Where am I? All right, now we're closer to 23. I just like talking to you guys. No, don't delete that. Oh my gosh. Okay, and leave that alone. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to reach out for the energy. What are we waiting for? What is this feeling of waiting? Is there something coming, or is this? Do you have a message for us about this time period, or? I'm getting clean your house. I mean, yeah, I know. I have things broken down in my house that need to be cleaned, but I'm getting it. But like overall, both metaphorically and actually, what are we waiting for? What's going on here? This feeling of expectation. Okay. Can we see that? Let me see. Let me wait for a second. Let me see if the... Can we see? I just want to make sure that the camera is... there's a delay, so I'm just double checking to make sure that it's visible. Okay, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Okay, Knight of Wands. 7 of Wands. 9 of Swords. A Sun. 7 of Swords, Page of Wands. Okay, right now, yeah, it's like a breather. It's like a stretch, take a break, stretch, go walk out in the sunshine for a minute, get some light in your eyes. The last time you guys told me to clean house, we got a pandemic. What? Oh, no. No. That wasn't me. That was a reader. That wasn't me. Oh, please don't blame this on, and please don't blame the pandemic on me. That's just worrying. I don't have that kind of power, and my gosh, I wouldn't do that to you. Hello, sweetheart. I'm a Cancer. I mean, I'm a Scorpio, but I'm a Cancer moon. I just want to feed you. That's all I wanted to do. There's the sun. It's saying at the center, yeah, stretch, go out in the sunlight. You know, talk to some friends. Clean out your fridge. Relax. Yeah. Take care of things you've been putting off, you know, that are just a little lower on the old to-do list. That's what I'm getting, the center of this. Because right now we've been on the defensive and losing sleep for so long. I mean, it was bad enough with all the Trump stuff, but then this year, 2020, yeesh, ye gads, what a year. Kathy's saying I've been playing Papa Son's Play Yard. There you go. Beautiful tail on the kitty. Yes, he does. We've just been under so much stress for so long. And what it's saying is take this time to recharge. Sleep? What's that? I hear you. Jazzy Girl is sent an emoji of 3 bees. Like busy bee or just enjoying nature. Because what's coming is 7 of Swords is the card of the thief, and Page of Wands is the card of the messenger. So, get grounded, yep. We're going to get a message about some kind of theft, thievery. And I would imagine that would be Trump related. Like the way he had lied on his tax returns and on and on. Cancer rising, Scorpio moon. Here, I feel you. There we go. X10, what's your sun? Fellow Cancer Scorpio energy. I am Scorpio sun, Cancer moon, Gemini rising. And I have Saturn on my ascendant. So, reason number 847, you don't see my face. Okay. All right, that's what that is saying. Let's get on to the other political. Okay, we're at about 28 and a half, we're about 29 by this start. Okay, General Milley, what's going to happen to you? Whoopsies. Put on some fatigues and went out there walking next to Trump, and you didn't think that was going to be a problem? Really? Really? Pisces Sun, Scorpio Moon. There's Sun, Leo Moon. Oh, wow. That's the Virgo is a sign of person, and Leo is the sign of the leader, the king, the queen. So it just sounds fantastic. Oh, thank you for being here. Leo Sun, Aquarius Moon, Gemini Rising. It is funny that we're getting up near 30. Read on Milley. It is funny that I find that if you become any part of any kind of group and you're comfortable there, and it can be, you know, it can be like a fan group of an actor or a musician, or it can be just somebody you follow on YouTube, or it's funny how it turns out that most people, they have like variations of the same, like all like the astrology works. Autumn, Sag Sun, not only feed you but make you go home with an extra meal. Oh yeah, I have a stellium in Sagittarius. Know all about that. What's your moon, X10? Do you know? Okay. General Mark Milley. Yeah, that video was, I done screwed up. He's been talk about peer pressure. He's under enormous, like, disgust by his peers and his subordinates. That did not that was not received well. Okay, Hierophant. Yeah, the institution. He is a part of the institution, and his vow, the vow he took is to the Constitution and to civilian control of the military, but not interfering in internal politics. And oh yeah, that was a big bad. That was a big Becca's saying he's probably throwing a temper tantrum in the basement. Oh gosh, who could you be talking about? I wonder. 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Queen of Swords. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay. But, yeah, he just walked into that mess. It feels like he actually didn't entirely know what was going on. Oh, X10 Scorpio Moon. Dun dun dun. Scorpio Moons are awesome. He was walking into a mess. And he wasn't full, he was only partially aware. Mims is asking if he gives the military some insane illegal order, will they refuse? Yes, and that's part of why Milley's gone out there and said, excuse me, I walked out in that mess, and that was not good, and I apologize, and I was wrong, and mea culpa, and I need to set an example for the rest of the military is, it's like, okay, this is the way things are done. This is how things are done. This is not up for negotiation. I wonder who told him to dress in fatigues. True, Becca. Well, or he just was dressed in fatigues. I mean, the generals, they don't. My understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is the generals, the Joint Chiefs kind of thing, that whole, they don't show up for work in like a suit and a tie, with like nothing showing the rank, so maybe he was just dressed that way. Okay, we're back. Yep, buffered, disconnected. T. Jones, Cancer Sun, Scorpio Rising, Virgo Moon. That is so funny. It's so funny. There's so many of us here. I have my sun in the 6th house, which is the house of Virgo. So I have that Virgo energy in the background no matter what I do. It's actually the only it's the closest thing to an earth sign I have in my chart. Let me go down here. So it's so funny that so many of you are water signs, some Virgo or Gemini. That's so funny. My North Node is up in the 9th house near my midheaven in Aquarius. Anyway, 35. When Trump loses the election, I love that. Not if, when. When Trump loses the election, will he refuse to concede defeat? Let's have a look. All right, reaching out. Trumpy, how's it going? He's so mad. Yes, he is. He is furious. Oh, yes, standing and why. The toddler is rattling around. He's so mad. He is angry. Wow, I I'd be worried about it, except it's just, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, he's mad. Now he's throwing another temper tantrum. He's being hard to be around. He's being selfish. He's being self-centered. He's taking it out on the people around him. I don't understand why any of those people stay where they are. General wearing fatigues wouldn't be normal. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Scorpio Sun, Gemini Moon. Love it, Alan. Love that. Love that. Okay. So, Trump, when you lose, his spirit's going to love me saying that. When you lose, are you going to admit defeat? Are you going to concede? Strangely enough, I did not get a rawr like I normally get. It's weird. It feels like he's not there. It feels like he's at like Mar-a-Lago, or it feels like he's not in the White House. Oh dear. Card for the reading. Big old tower. Big old tower. Knight of Cups. They're going to expose his corruption. They're going to expose Trump's corruption. Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. The way that the man Trump, baby man Trump, used like Mazars and used other. He basically cooked the books. The man cooked the books, and defrauded the IRS and all this. But they're gonna, Democrats are gonna expose his fraud, and it's like, boom, and then there's the aftermath. Is what it feels like. I'm not saying he was president on election day. I don't know. I guess I should ask. But it definitely, I keep reading on this type of thing, and what I get is he's not in a position to say much of anything. Oh, thank you, greeter. Okay, let's see. Is Donald Trump still going to be president on election day, November 3rd, 2020? Let me see. All right, sitting up straight, closing my eyes. Hang on just a second. Okay. This is Donald J. Virginius Trump. And anyone who doesn't know, it's apparently something he said. Some Republican asked him what the J in Donald Trump's his middle initial stood for, and he said genius. Yeah. Okay, is Donald Trump going to be president, still going to be president on November 3rd, 2020? I hate to say this, but it feels like what I'm getting is an overall sense in the country of just kind of like shock and numbness. Yikes. Which is, it's just this, okay, all right, well, we've been through worse. Okay, let's just go vote. Well, Donald J. for genius. Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords. Cutting through the Gordian knot that is Trump chaos. Hermit. Queen of Cups. Five of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. it doesn't, for what it's worth, it doesn't, I'm trying to feel, is he in the White House? I'm not sure. It's like he either comes back for that day or he just doesn't. I think he doesn't. The energy isn't as clear on that, but he's living like a hermit, and the Democrats have got his number. They are just, he's a hermit because they are just blanketing the airwaves with the things he's done and the hearings of looking into the corruption. Five of Swords, this isn't just like theft. This is insult to injury. This is humiliation. Four of Pentacles, it's the miser card. It's the running out of money card. And then there's Trump's lies. Hello, precious. You know you are a good boy. Do you know you are a good boy? Do you know how much you mean to me? Yes, reading on Trump, and it's terrible. He's got terrible energy. And you are the sweetheart. You are the fuzzy cuteness. Yes, you are. You are just a little fuzzy cupcake. Yeah. So I think that there's definitely stuff coming for Trump. I just want SCOTUS to rule. Aw, beautiful cat, Autumn Precious. Thank you, greeter. Kitty face, fuzzy cotton ball. He's just a fuzzy cupcake. Oh, and he's jumped down. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what's next. 40. Probably 44 by the time I get to it. Okay. Let me put in here. Well, getting better at typing and nails. Will still be president. Dang, 2020. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a feeling of take a breather. I'm getting that message quite clearly. Take a breather, stretch, breathe, walk outside, run some errands, clean your house, play with your pets. 44. Will Trump ever invoke martial law? Okay. Will Trump ever invoke martial law? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm also getting the sense that a lot of people around him are just sick of his tantrums. People are just getting really tired of him. People who before we were like, okay, we've got to make this work, or we've got to, it's like, ugh. What do Melania's parents think about their son-in-law Trump? I've never read on that, Bill. I might have to add that to the list at some point, but martial law, Trump. Martial law, Trump, are you going to invoke martial law at some point as president? Three of Swords, well, we have heartache. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, Magician, Nine of Wands, Two of Swords. I think the worst of it was when the protesters, the little people, the pawns, were outside the White House, and you know, so Trump put up the baby gates. And he wants to do the whole executive order thing. I alone can, you know, be a jerk. And the Republicans definitely protect him. Two of Swords. This decision, it doesn't feel like it's a decision Trump's making. It feels like a decision the other Republicans are making, where he's starting to lose some support. I mean, didn't he come out and say something about he was going to campaign against Murkowski or something, and Murkowski was like, so? I mean, they're just, people are just getting sick of his, it doesn't, sorry, I got distracted by something in the chat. I think you'd have trouble actually doing that. I think if it was floated, because he does tend to float ideas before he comes out with them. Not always, but most of the time he floats ideas, and yeah, he's losing support. Who is Elmo? The red Sesame Street character with the really, really high-pitched voice. Okay, 48. I'm just, you ask questions, I try to answer them, no matter what they are. 48, general knowledge included. Oh, another Trump question, 48. Okay. And then there was one other Trump question here. I want to make sure I grab it so I can finish this, and then I can move on to other. There's the convention. Oh yeah, the rally. Yep, definitely need to. All right, so what shall I read on first here? Do I see Trump leaving office on July 7th? July 7th, 2020, Donald J. for Genius Trump left office, so says the history books. Yay or nay? July 7th. Well, there's Judgment. 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. This, I wonder if this has more to do with, like rulings. If anything, it would be more like rulings on, gosh, I hope the Supreme Court doesn't take that long to rule, but it's like various court rulings against him, against Trump. People, this is evidence. This is Trump as the merchant. This is running out of money. Not having as much money as you say as well, but also money being taken away. It might be a significant date, but I'm getting it would be like more on the personal level for him if it is. But 50 for the Juneteenth. And again, thank you again for telling me about that. And I have trouble believing something that brazen is not a Stephen Miller production. Because we know Trump wouldn't know that. Trump wouldn't know about Tulsa being the worst massacre in 1921, and he wouldn't know that it's the day that words that slaves were freed, you know, finally reached Texas in 1865, I believe he told me. Yeah, he doesn't read. He has no curiosity. He's just, yeah. Oh, let's see. So, Juneteenth, Tulsa rally, Trump and Stephen Miller. So, is that going to go well? Is that a good look? So I'm just closing my eyes and reaching out for the energy here. Don't take the bait. Really? Hang on. Hanged Man. Card of lynching. Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Cups, Fool, we know that, 8 of Swords, Sun. Don't take the bait. They're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose. It's a thumb in the eye. To rile people up, to cause more unrest, to cause more stuff that will scare Trump's base. Don't take the bait. The best thing, what it feels very strongly here is the best thing you can do, the best thing everybody can do about Trump's rally in Tulsa on June 19th is to just, will also be Mercury retrograde, good, will be ignore it. He wants this, he wants craziness. He wants it. He thinks that helps him. And just like, I mean, think about all the other white supremacists who, you know, they're going to do blank, which will start a race war. All the rotten human beings from, oh gosh, what's the guy's name? The killer who had the who did a swastika on his forehead, that moron, and to Timothy McVeigh, to, I mean, so many other idiots. They want to incite a race war. Charles Manson, thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, brain, for not remembering that. I'm sorry you guys remembered that. Also, yeah, when you're reading, you're in an alpha state and sometimes pulling on facts, even things that you should know, or, but when I don't know, I tell you guys. Yeah, Stephen Miller wants there to be a big mess because the numbers are bad and Trump is very upset, and so he wants the rally, he wants to be back, he wants the cheering crowds, the sea of white faces, and they want to, you know, cause a ruckus, and he's the law and order president. Dum. Ignore him. This is holding yourself back. She can walk away. She is holding herself in that position, holding herself from acting. I'm just not going to watch it. I'm not going to act. This is sunlight. Just bringing complete sunlight to the situation. This is what he's doing. And like, tell your friends, tell people on social media, and, you know, send messages on Twitter to news anchors. Don't take the bait. Look, he's trying to incite unrest. Look, he's trying to incite unrest, and we're not going to fall for it. And just say it over and over and over. So instead of Hail to the Chief and Navy Band will play Helter Skelter. I always try to make fun of really rotten human beings. I know where Helter Skelter comes from, but Manson, we're talking about him, and he overused it. So my brain immediately went to Mystery Science Theater 3000, which it often does when things come up, and I'm trying to find a happier way of looking at it. And there was one of the funniest ones they ever did, rock climbing. I think it was Joel. Rock climbing, Joel. That one. Land After Time. No, it wasn't Land After Time, but it was. They end up in this. It's old black and white movie, and there are all these dinosaurs, stop animations, and they have to climb this mountain. And there are two great lines in that, which I'm going to share with you because this energy is so bad. So I want to just share these two vaguely humorous lines, two of my favorite lines. Toward the end, there's this big earthquake. And of course, it's an island where there are like huts and things. And as the huts are shaking, someone's like, helter skelter, and we're like, helter shelter. Helter shelter is the things are, okay, so it's just silly. But one of the best lines in all of Mystery Science Theater, as far as I'm concerned, was in that particular one. They finally made it to the top of the mountain, and it was like, well, we have to, how do we get to, what are we going to do? We could climb back down the mountains, and we have to do all this stuff. And one of them said, get us to reel 4 and get us the heck out of here. Reel 4 meaning just skip to the next, movie reel. We'll just skip all of that in the middle because, ignore him. Ignore him. Oh, hello, fellow MST3K lover. Love it. These handles are magnetic. If your hands were made of metal, that would mean something. Protesters. All right, so if we're looking at this, then the protesters, will there be protesters who take the bait? Or are we collectively going to say, we're not taking the bait? Just standing there with your arms crossed, if you're standing there at all. Just ignoring. It's like when anyone throws a Nazi salute. I throw up my left hand, not my right, and I go, seek help. Seek help. Protesters, they're going to take the bait. Got 2 cards for the end of that. Good kitty. Oh, good kitty. Oh, good kitty. Good boy. This actually doesn't feel that serious. As in, like, this has happened to these poor people who have died, and which has caused all of the people coming out onto the streets and protesting. And it's like, we're not going to play your game anymore, because this is what they used to do. King of Cups, 2 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Justice, and then 2 cards for the end are 10 of Cups and 9 of Swords. Yeah, console those who are suffering. This is King of Cups. This is setting a good example. This is partnership, but this is a peaceful partnership. Now at the center, you do have a Knight of Swords, so there is some protesting. There is some people speaking out, which is good, but look at a Justice card, and that is the card of balance. It is the card of actual justice, not Trump's idea of justice or Stephen Miller's twisted idea of spend the time consoling those who have been hurt and working toward real justice. This isn't the Tower. This isn't him getting away with creating a ruckus. This is oh yeah, he's really that vile. Call him out on it and don't give him the satisfaction. And it feels like that's what people should do. And to some extent, it feels like that's what people will do. Oh, strawberries. Dumpy knows how to do anything. It's how to bankrupt things. Yes, Melissa. Exactly. All right, let me see what's next. We are at 61.5. Let me see what I've got here. Well, let's look at, let me do 62. Let's look at prison reform, prison and sentencing reform. Will it happen? Will it affect the current incarcerated, those who are currently incarcerated? What do you think, sweetheart? Someone mentioned that I've always just adopted cats who just needed a home. But apparently there's a chance that this little one is partially an actual breed. At least partially. They said it's possible he's part like Turkish van. Could be. You can't be more than 15% other colored, usually orange, other than tail, and it's like tail and ears or something. It's like, oh, I could see that. And the gold eyes, I think. And it's like, oh, I never thought of that. I still love him. I don't, the breed or not, but. Autumn, have you ever done a Sunday astrology on the nodes? No, actually, but that is a fantastic idea because I think that would help people. That is a fantastic idea. I think we're going to cover that on Sunday. Thank you. Thank you, Apothecary. I appreciate that. All right. Prison reform. Is there finally going to be prison reform? Sentencing reform. Oh. Back tight. Is there going to be sentencing prison reform? There's so much to do. I'm getting that there's just the new administration comes in, there's so much to do. Clean up on all of them. Clean up on aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I just put down 6 cards. Prison reform, 10 of Pentacles. Well, certainly the private prison system needs some. I won't say what I think of that. Nodes, what nodes are the most important placement in your chart, Harry's mom says. Well, they're definitely interesting. I don't know about most. That's a good debate to have. But right now we're looking at prison reform because people have been treated so horrendously. Queen of Wands, 6 of Cups, Moon, Fool. Guess who? 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Well, not as long as Trump's there. Until we get rid of Trump, it's not. Nothing. Absolutely nothing's going to go through. Zippo. Queen of Wands. Pelosi is as the head of the current most power. Buffering? Did I get kicked out? What's going on here? No, it's okay. It's all right in the camera. She has ideas. They have ideas, and it's infuriating. The riots for good reason. Wanting prison reform, wanting police reform, wanting the need is major capital letter big. Unfortunately, we have a president who is a major arcana capital letter Fool. So until he's gone, it's just completely at an impasse, I am afraid. And in the next administration, I think they're going to tackle all kinds of stuff, but it's like overwhelming how much stuff they're going to have to do in the next administration. Even just to I've had the metaphor before, which is like Biden walking into the Oval Office and having to, like, there's a Resolute desk, and then just having to like get the chair, which is on the floor, and like having to set it upright, as in an upright presidency. And him going to the desk and asking, one of the secretaries or, whatever, to say, can you get a broom and a dust panda, start cleaning this up? And then he picks up the phone, but he's hitting the buttons to see if any of the communications work with the different parts of government. And it's all symbolic of what the next administration is going to have to do. There's so much basic stuff they're going to have to put back in place, and then all the hearings and all the laws that are going to have to be written to stop a Donald Trump from happening again, and then there's all this other stuff that needs to be done for healthcare, it's overwhelming. So anyway, 67 and a bit. Let me see what I've got here. I might be able to cover one more. Okay, I got that. Okay, 60, where am I? Sorry, 67 and a half. I'll just do 68. The Republicans, are they going to have a huge convention? Our Republicans going to have a huge convention, especially one in Florida, and one that will make the president money. Oh yeah, Stephen Haggerty, their to-do list will be 100 feet long. Yeah, the meme of, in Supernatural, Crowley unrolling that giant scroll. Just a few things, scroll, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And the guy has to sit there and read it all. Yeah, it's just enormous. Okay. Republican convention. It's not going to be. Trump's frustrated. I'm getting Trump so angry and frustrated. It's supposed to be about him. It's supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about my greatness, kind of sentiment, and it's not, and it's a mess, and it doesn't come off well. It isn't organized. Things fall apart. It's all right. Republican National Convention. Yeah, Trump is so furious. It's not. He was counting on it for this huge influx to feed his starving narcissism, his starving, tiny blown glass sense of self-worth. Page of Wands. Okay, message. Okay, we're going to have a great hour. We're going to have a great convention. We're going to have a great convention. Getting the message out. Talking about it. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. Four of Pentacles, the World. High Priestess, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. By the way, what I heard, they are not updating the platform, the party platform, at all. And doesn't the party platform include not helping Ukraine, doing good things for Russia? I can't remember, but last we heard, wasn't the party platform an issue? Papaton is an Oriental short hair. Very cool, Kathy. Very cool, and is adorable. Mostly is adorable. All right. They have. Trump's campaign has a ton of money. So why am I getting the miser card, the running out of money? What is this? This isn't money. This is Pentacles as Republicans. This is losing Republicans who were on the fence. Oh. Thank you for taking the question. Autumn and Dashing co-host. Yes, he is the good boy. This is them losing, and losing people who are on the fence, and there's the world card, which is the end of a major cycle in life. And let me tell you, until the last month or two, I can't remember. It's like I almost never got the world card, and now I'm just getting it over and over and over. He could have used it all on himself, yeah. Oh, I missed something funny that Becca said from House of Lenormand, because she has the greatest zingers ever. Center of the reading is a bunch of lies. A bunch of garbage, bunch of lies. Sword of Truth about Ten of Pentacles. He's going to try to be his dynasty kind of thing. Ew, that's him. That's Ivanka. Gross. But this Sword of Truth, it's like it's not a Sword of Truth. It's like he's saying it's a Sword of Truth, but like the roses are corrupt. They're like gross. You know, if you've ever got like a week later, if they're still around, you get that slime kind of grossness. He's going to bring the truth. It's like, no, he's going to bring the grossness and corruption. And leading up to it, there are so many Republicans on the fence who are starting to go, no. If he can make money from it, he'll definitely do that. But this is just a bunch of ick. Well, is that ick going to help his message? Is it going to help the Republican cause? Cruelty, you know. You are the good Bailey. You are the good boo-boo. Good Bailey boo. Good boo-boo. Boo-boos and kitty. Oh, snoozy kitty. So is Trump going to make money off of this? Is Trump going to make money off of the Republican National Convention? Oh yeah, I can hear him. It's supposed to be about my greatness, the great things I have done. But they're like glitches and it's not well organized, and it's not what he wants it to be, and there aren't as many people, and it's just not what it was, and they're not being fair to him in the media, of course. And is Trump going to make money from this? Full King of Wands. Sorry, that's Trump the man. Four of Swords, it's not going to be what he wants it to be. Six of Swords, well, they had to move it. Five of Wands, Hermit. Oh, that's not good. Not good for him. Because he is the capital letter, all cap Fool. The little man, who's support and people around him, and that influx of, he needs that constant, he has a black hole of need for emotional people running over him, and he's not getting, his narcissism is just starving. They definitely move it, and they're moving where they're hitting. It's like the Republicans are hitting. They keep trying to hit different targets within, like Biden or other Democrats, or they're trying to take, but it's not landing. So they keep like moving the political artillery. Try here, no, it doesn't work. Okay, try here, and that's not working. And then with the convention, it ends up with rancor and Trump being isolated. Couldn't happen to a bigger jerk. Okay, so that's it for me for today. But I'll be back tomorrow. Lincoln Project does. They finally got their act together. I read on them a long time ago, and it was just saying that they were just going to bleh. And they were, for a long time, they were just kind of, ugh. But man, did they pull themselves together. I think they got some new people and they organized better, and man, they just politically cut Trump off at the knees, every ad. Oh, bum, 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 bum. MBTI, Joel Starmore? MBTI. Myers-Briggs? I don't know enough about Myers-Briggs, to be honest. I know a little, but I don't know a lot. I would not be able to effectively do that, I'm afraid. I don't have the knowledge. But I think we should look at nodes. Nodes help you, basically, okay, put it down to my son being in the 6th house, which is the house of daily work. But I think of when we incarnate, a lot of people talk about, if you have lessons to learn. I don't think of it that way. I think of it like you get a slip of paper, which is like, well, this is your work order. This is your work order. You need to take care of this while you're incarnated. And your north node is you're going to have some variation of one of 12 jobs. And so, and then it'll be affected by what's aspecting it and what have you. But it's really interesting, and I found it has helped a lot of people. And there are easy ways to find out where your own node is if you don't know, so that you can know. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to focus on? What's on my work order to do in this lifetime? Mine is an Aquarius, and I wouldn't have thought that. Otherwise, I've got all this. I don't have any planets in Aquarius. Saying I need a vegan cupcake today, and my brain just immediately went cupcake. I'm terrible. I got some vegan donuts yesterday, and they're in the freezer, so I'm gonna have one of those. But anyway, yeah. But this Sunday I'll cover to do my work in the direction. My work order is in the direction of Aquarius, which is humanitarianism, and is in equality, and giving, the water bearer, where you're giving an equal amount of water to each person, and helping others. That's what's on my work order, and it's in the 9th house. So I use my knowledge, my education. I'm very much, of course, I was extremely fortunate to have a good formal education, but I continue to read a lot, and I'm always trying to gather information. And that's the 9th house, and it's up near my, it's only like 3 degrees away from my midheaven, so it's something to do with my work as well. So it's interesting. So anyway, Harry's mom is saying, could I get George Floyd's chart? It must be amazing. Sad as heck. I'll see. I might not be able to. It's kind of, she feels like it's too soon. But anyway, I will, but we'll definitely look at various people's north nodes, so you can know where yours is too, and I'll give you that, and then you'll have some idea. Like, you will have more success if you move toward your work order. It's not really sad if he fulfilled his mission. I understand that, Harry's mom, but his family is suffering right now. I mean, suffering. And other people are suffering, and there is blood in the streets. And that's why. But it's nothing, but I love your suggestions. So anyway, I'll see what I can do. I would love to cover that on Sunday. It's one of my favorite topics because I find that it helps people. And I want to help you. I want you to help you sleep better. I want to help you in whatever way I can. I feel bad that I'm not able to do more. I don't do enough for my patrons. I don't do enough for my Twitter followers. I don't do enough for you guys. I don't, I'm always, it's like, but then I just keep running out of time because I'm juggling so much. But I'm here, and I'll be back here tomorrow, and I'm going to do everything within my power. And again, if anybody ever feels slighted or anything, it's absolutely not my wish at all. Quite the contrary. Deb Z, love you. Autumn and everyone. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Troll Slayers. You are amazing. All right, you guys hang in there, and I will be back. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. I mean, hopefully you'll be back tomorrow, because I will be. It's a Beatles original. Yes, it is. I'll just go. All right, you guys have a great day. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.